Hey all, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, today the tables are empty. And so we are once again waiting for crates to arrive, and those should be here in a couple days. I'll try to record those as part of this update for us as well. Now, the great news, the wings are in a wing stand. So let's take a look at that real quick and let's see what we've got going on for the wing stand. All right, here's the wing stand and the wings in it. This is the EAA wing stand, and you can find it by just looking at EAA wing stand. I did the exact same as the drawing, although I cheated. I put in a third cross, and mine has 8 wheels on it, I think. Yes, it has. It has several more wheels on it than the original design. And I used all of my cross beams, and the verticals are 2x6s. I also did some blocking on the 2x6s, so I got blocking there. All of that's looking pretty legit. Yeah, and you can see my flaps are tucked in here as well. So my flaps fit perfectly. I do have a 2x4 cross member in the center there, and then my second flap is sitting in there as well, and it fits perfectly. It's just hanging in between that side as well. And then, yeah, again, I'm just using the gray carpet. It's got a bunch of screws on the top. It's got a bunch of screws on the ends and a bunch of nails. Just cleaning the carpet up for that side. But this is how that looks there. And that looks like that. That way it's got the kind of angle plate there. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward design, nothing too fancy. The wings do stick out quite a bit, and you have to stagger them some because that's how this is going in the stand. So I did have to stagger them, and I tried to make sure that they're along a rivet line so that they've got some good support. I also put some straps in. I just have the foam board there just purely to hold the foam right now because I don't know where else to put it. But when the crates come in as well, in case someone backs up to it, there are some pokey things on the bottom of the wing, like the fuel vent is back here. So that's there. And I'm missing the OAT. But the hole is there for the OAT, and that's where that's going to go, in case you guys missed that. The OAT wiring is already attached into the harness. And then on this side, yeah, I just put an extra piece of foam on the on the pitot tube. Not like that's going to actually protect it if this thing goes ramming against something, but at least I'll hear the crunching a little bit sooner. I don't know. So I got that going on. But yeah, it fits perfectly good. The only thing that I did do, guys, on these cutouts is the EAA says put 90 degree, and I made them curved, and you can tell I'm glad I made them curved just because of the way the wing is sitting. Maybe I made the carpet too long for it. I don't know. But I feel like it's doing pretty good in there. My carpet is also folded over, so my carpet is 8 inches, and so it's got a little bit of overlap on each side. Obviously, it's on 2x6. So because of that, there's about an inch hanging over on each side for the carpet. You can see how that's stapled back. And so the carpet is actually 16 because I cut it 16 and then I just flipped it to fold it in half, and that gave me 2 laps of carpet on each one instead of 1. I felt that was a little stronger. Maybe just because I was using some fairly cheap carpet that I wanted it to be a little bit more secure than what I thought I was getting based on the weight. But I stood on it. You know, I put, let's say, 200 pounds. Let's say I put 200 pounds on it, maybe a little bit more. But, you know, I put some weight on it, and it held me, and this wing probably weighs less than me. So if it held me on one strap, it should be holding just fine on all of them. And I guess I got fairly lucky in that I measured them all about the same, and the straps are holding all about equally on there as well. Now I did also, you see some little foam things. I did cushion it just a little bit, just like there's a gap there, so it's fully engaged on the straps. But in case I move the cart back and forth and the wings shift a little bit, I just didn't want to risk denting the front of the skin. So I just did a little extra protection there. But you can tell from the center one that I got a good, I don't know, inch of clearance. Made me a little nervous. But I got a good inch of clearance on there as well. Now, workbench wise, I don't know how I'm going to arrange this quite yet for the fuselage. I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting 1 table on the back and then 2 tables on the front kind of thing, and then having a separate work table kind of hanging out. But I think that's going to be my initial kind of like fuselage layout of that, and whatever hangs off the end will end up hanging off the end once it's being built. But I mean, that's what's going to happen anyway, until it gets into a rolling kind of mode. But yeah, so that's that. I got my tables empty. The bottoms are empty, so they're waiting for parts. And then, yeah, this is the floor space that I got. So I don't know. There's 8 foot maybe there at best. So we got 8 foot of clearance to put crates in and then work my way through until at least I can get the big crates emptied and then out the door. But yeah, I got a little shopping to do at Home Depot to make that happen. And other than that, we are good. But that's kind of where we're at. You do see a box right there. You see Behringer. So as you guys know, I did get the Behringer option for the wheels and brakes. So that's part of my kit. And that portion is actually the brake bleed kit that's there. And I got the tire pressure sensors because they had a deal at AirVenture. And so I got those as well. And the last thing, well, maybe the last 2 things, this thing was a jar of animal crackers. It is now full of all the rivet stems from the empennage and the wings, minus the ones for the ailerons because they're sitting right there. But this line was how many rivets the empennage had. Everything else, all this is wing. So as you can tell, quite a few rivets were set in that. That's kind of cool. And again, hopefully we'll have the parts in this kit that's arriving to finish these. If they don't, I'm going to be super annoyed. But I have everything here kind of bagged up just in case. I basically have all the ribs pre-done. The skins are pre-done. They're ready. The tubes are here. I've got all the rivets counted as well. And so I made bags with all the parts that I had for this thing that wasn't missing. And I put rivets aside for this whole thing so that I would make sure that I had the right number of parts for that. And they'll end up, I'll make a sling for the sling thing. And I'll just drill 2 screws in here and then put the ailerons kind of like hanging loosely on the outside of the wing frame right now. So that will happen hopefully soon. And then the last thing, last thing, I got these Air Gizmo, gosh, now I can't open them. Here we go. I got these Air Gizmo remove before flight kind of things. And these are to hold these are gust locks, right? So these are to hold the flaps and also to hold the tail surfaces as well, to keep them from moving while you're parked outside. So I saw a lot of these at the show, and again, they weren't that horribly expensive. I figured I was going to put them actually on if I was going to put the flaps on, but since I didn't get the parts I needed for that, they're in a box still, and they'll get packed up for when the wings actually come onto the plane and those parts are needed. But for right now, they're in a box. They're ready to go for the day that the plane is outside, assembled, and waiting for me. So that's there. And yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching today's video. I was going to make an update with the crates here as well. So I waited on this September update till the final minutes. But my crates were supposed to deliver last week. And let's just leave it at that. So we're waiting for crates. The wings are in the stand. The tables are cleared besides the ailerons, which are laying right there. And yeah, we're ready to go. But look forward to the Build Center workshop. That's this coming weekend at Midwest Sky Sports. So I'll be there. And look forward to seeing everyone, obviously. And yeah, after this video is done, then we will start working on the fuselage kits once they arrive. But I'm waiting for 3 crates right now, and the 4th one is on its way as well. So lots of exciting updates gonna happen pretty soon. Thanks, guys.